What's going on, everybody? This is Charles with Merciless Lethal. So tonight I just want to real quick go over a couple things. You can see here I've got the Byrna TCR, and for a little while now I've had one of these. I haven't had a chance to really dig in and get into the internals of it, but I had a customer who said, hey, I'd like to get one of these and I'd like you to go through it, kind of see what's what, make sure it's the best it can be, do any upgrades you can to it, and then send it out to me. So that's what we're gonna do. I've got a couple of observations I'd like to share with you guys. Some of you may be familiar with the TCR or the Tipex internals. Basically they're very similar. They have some key differences that basically equate to the TCR being a more powerful, more long distance type of launcher than the Tipex is, but with some modifications they can be very similar. So when you get into the air system on this launcher, basically you've got your air chamber, which is made up of this assembly here. You've got your gas tube right here. This is your breech block, and then you've got your standard type of bolt with a firing pin. So when I was getting into this, I made a video before, and it seemed like the best I could get out of this thing was about probably 30 joules or so, and I thought that seemed a little on the light side for being a TCR. So when I got into this, I was expecting to see that Byrna had basically put a Tipex air chamber setup in their TCR. That's kind of what I was figuring that they would do, just to keep it kind of on a little less powerful side, give them a little more safety and a little less risk and liability. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So this is the one that I took out of the Byrna TCR, and basically if you look down in that groove, you'll see there are 3 kidney bean shaped milled out spots. Okay, now this one here I bought directly from Tipman. You can see those 3 kidney bean shaped cutouts. Now the other thing that can make a power difference here is the length on that piston. Sorry. So that piston right there is spring loaded behind it, and the Tipex piston is shorter. Yeah, shorter. Either shorter or longer, but either way, the Tipex piston is a different length. And the Tipex air valve, where those kidney bean shaped cutouts are, each of those kidney beans is like 3 circular holes. So that makes a lot more material, slowing down the flow of air. And the different length piston makes it so less air can pass through with each cycle, which equates to less power. So I'm really surprised to find that. I kind of thought swapping out what I was expecting to be a Tipex air valve to a TCR air valve would be the difference in power that we were looking for. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case, so I'm going to have to do a little more playing around with this setup and trying to figure out what the difference in power is, because from my experience, you should be able to get into like the 50 joule range with a TCR. So I'll keep playing around and see what I can find. Now, the other thing I want to point out, now you have to consider that Byrna, if you think about the ammo that they make, it's what? Round ball, right? So by nature, they're gonna put a round ball breech block in their TCR. But if you look at the magazines, I don't know if this one does, but most of the Tipp-Ex and TCR magazines are D-shaped, like they'll take shaped projectiles. So if you were to buy a Tipp-Ex long range kit, it comes with the D-shaped breech block, and then you could run Pepperball VXR rounds in it, you could run HP68s in it, possibly even Z-Rams, I guess, if you really wanted to. But it won't be happening on this one because this one's heading to its new home. But as soon as I get another one, I'll tear into it and probably do that for you on camera so you guys can see it. And that's what I had for you for now. Hopefully that gives you some good information, helps clear some things up. I know not everybody's interested in tearing into these things, but hey, that's what I'm here for. So that's what I got. Hope y'all have a great week, and we'll get some more videos up for you soon. All right, take care.